Hi guys, good morning. This is Dan. Welcome to Engelgeist. For those of you that are new, welcome. For those of you that are returning, welcome back. For those of you that support me over on Patreon, thank you so very much for your subscriptions. This is a all signs broad spectrum reading. It is originally created for Thursday, the 28th of July. It is not solely set for that date. If you're seeing it on a different date and it makes sense to your life, please, by all means, feel free to use it whenever you see it. If it doesn't make sense or it doesn't seem to fit with anything that's going on in your life, that's okay. It just may not be your reading at this time. It doesn't mean anything's broken or wrong. It just might mean that you're working on something different at this time. For those of you that are new, please check out the drop-down menu on my daily videos. In there, some housekeeping rules, how to get in contact with me on social media for like a private reading, and ways to support the channel. Easy ways to support the channel: hit that thumbs up button and let me know that you're enjoying the content. Subscribe to the channel and hit the notification bell so that you get notified when I put up a new video. I do put up daily content. Leaving a question or comment and sharing the video out also greatly help me to get my channel out there, so I appreciate that too. Let's get into this and see what's going on with the cards today. I will be referencing the Sunday reading, which populates at the end of this reading in the lower left-hand corner. And so if you're hearing about cards that you don't see here, that's the reading that I'm referring back to. And so let's see. And those cards also would still pertain to you if you're watching this on a different date, right? Those energies would still be, if this reading fits, by all means, those cards also are at play. So let's see what's going on. So the card today is the Seven of Wands. Defense, determination, and courage. Lots of Wands energy this week, right? Underpinning this is the World, and the World is a very supportive card. It's a card of completions. This card is oftentimes depicted in the traditional tarot with a man fighting off 6 wands, and he's sort of trying to hold his position. He will ultimately be successful, right? So, we might have to hold on to our beliefs, our desires, what it is that we want, even in the face of sort of maybe some adversity. We are supported with that World card underneath this, right? This is Thursday's reading, so there could be an influence of the last card of the week, which is the Eight of Cups. And that Eight of Cups is significant of like walking away from a situation that's no longer serving us, becoming aware and taking the higher road, emotionally realizing that maybe we're not getting the results or the desired outcome, right? So that can also be happening as we're experiencing this card, right? So we might be defending, how do I want to put this? We might be like aware of what it is we need, right? What it is we desire, what our personal stance is on something, our personal beliefs, what we deserve, right? And we may have to emotionally release ourselves from something that's not serving us. But with the World's influence kind of in the midweek, I think that ultimately we are supported, we are cared for. There is I want to say an overall outside influence that supports us in making the decisions or the changes that we need to make. But this Seven of Wands tells me that we kind of need to hold tight to that decision, stay focused on what we know to be true, both not only spiritually, because this is a Wands card, but also emotionally because of that Eight of Cups in the end of the week, right? So we might be shifting how we sort of feel, see, perceive, desire a situation. It could be changing for us, and in that change we need to hold tight to our own truth, our own reality, our own wisdom in all of this too. It may not be sort of an easy transition, but we need to understand that we are supported in what it is that we're doing, because we're doing what's sort of true to us. Sevens are about making a conscious choice, right? So this conscious choice to maybe be true to our desires or what we know to be true is the decision that we need to make today to move ourselves forward, right? It may not be, like I said, easy, but we are, like, keep in mind, we are supported. We are, there's opportunities here for us to kind of, the way I see it is like move on to like a better feeling place or a better understanding of who we are and what we know to be true for ourselves, and holding true to that, right? Holding, keeping focus with that. And, you know, there's this idea of defending it with the Seven of Wands. I don't necessarily know that we have to fight for it as much as we might have to kind of hold tight. I don't get a super fighting feeling from this, like a discord, as much as I get like this little ferret or whatever this little creature is. He feels kind of like he's looking to the past, and he's safe. He's almost hiding, right? We might be not hiding, but like keeping our truth within ourselves and then acting on that both spiritually and emotionally from a place of self-preservation. So keep that in mind. Let's look at the White Light Oracle. So we have the Seraph of 963 Hertz, card number 21, right? Again, we have this sort of meditative inner reflection. We have her communicating and also sort of intuiting and knowing what it is that she needs. There's a present moment with her that I feel when I see this card that feels like inner reflection is going to be key today, especially with that Eight of Cups oncoming, or if we're experiencing it already. We need to sort of sit in the moment with those feelings, with that understanding of what it is we know to be true for ourselves, and then like sort of answer it, right? Or act upon it. Stay with it. Don't let it go. Don't sort of shift our needs to meet the needs of others in a certain situation, if that makes sense. So let's go to Seraph of 963 Hertz. Practice connecting to the joy that is always deep within you. Pay attention to what brings you exquisite delight. If you don't know what that is, you are guided to experiment and explore. Connecting to the joyful capacity of your heart will heal so much negativity and uncertainty. Let your heart relax. Allow the spiritual grace that wishes to reorder your life to manifest its miraculous magic. The Seraphim are angelic beings of an extremely high vibration. They are angelic mystics in constant devotion and adoration of the divine. When we passionately fall in love with a divine face of luminous grace, whether it be a person who has entered our lives as if they have dropped straight from heaven onto earth, or we feel our heart awakening to new depths of love in meditation with our spirit guides, we are in harmony with the Seraphim. When we go through a struggle and are somehow fortunate enough to recognize the protective and healing action of divine grace intervening on our behalf, we can shift to such gratitude we just want to kiss the sky and sing a love song to the universe. Then we are in touch with our own inner seraph. Some egos project their narcissistic wounding and lack of romantic imagination onto spirit, concluding that the divine must be rather vain if it wants swarms of angels flying around about constantly singing its praises. They don't understand that the divine asks for our love so it can give of itself to us. When we feel love, we are in love. Our hearts are open and receptive. The divine isn't interested in praise for its own sake, but for what we can receive when our hearts are opened by it. When you have a beautiful experience, fall in love, enjoy the best meal of your life, see a film that awakens your mind, do not want to tell others about it. Our world can seem bleak and a bleak and spiritually barren place. We need jubilant, mystical hearts who know the secret of esoteric ecstasy and are divinely drunk in their celestial communion. We need to see them happily stumbling about as love-struck fools, startling our intellects with their brilliant ramblings, opening our hearts with their purposeful passions. We too need such loving delight with the divine, so we cannot help but want to call forth in wondrous gratitude and declare our love from the rooftops for all to hear and feel. This oracle brings a message straight from the divine to you. Let me love you. The tone of 963 Hertz unlocks the radiant luminosity of your light body. This body of light is the inner essence of your physical structure, and yet it is not constrained by it. Your light body is your internal interface between the spiritual plane and the physical plane. It is where healing, bliss, and inspiration flow unimpeded. The higher worlds transmit consciousness-raising light codes directly into your body of light, affirming your original soul note and preventing the ego from obscuring your spiritual path so that you can manifest your most authentic life path. This telepathy of light between spirit and your inner being gives rise to knowing without knowing how you know. This oracle guides you to trust such inner knowledge, even if it doesn't always seem logical. Spirit is guiding you. The universe will provide ample resources to support you doing what you have come to this planet to do. There is no need to turn away from what your heart adores and every reason to embrace it with total trust. Connection with this tone plugs us into the inner intricacies of our ecstatic energy field, where we can partake of the miraculous medicine of love and light and be reminded that we can handle anything that comes our way with grace. Spiritual infusions of light and wisdom, such as those that travel on the 963 Hz frequency, are alchemical. They are able to distill value from any circumstance and transform it. This frequency is a cosmic particle accelerator which facilitates graceful return to the loving wisdom and creative resourcefulness of spirit. Seraph of 963 Hz brings a message that the light and whatever it arouses in your heart and alights in your being, with passionate gratitude and delicious hunger for more, is powerful enough to capture, captivate, and heal you. In doing so, it opens the way to manifestation. Praises to our generous, graceful, loving universe. The healing process. You may like to work with a journal for this exercise. Contemplate and briefly describe several moments where you felt joy, gratitude, vitality, and aliveness. There may be everyday events or a special event or unusual occurrence. As you record your experiences, you might be able to open your heart in gratitude for those experiences, with gratitude for those experiences. Perhaps you can cultivate a feeling of wonder and appreciation for how marvelous life can be. You might sense your life is precious. When you are ready, say the following aloud. May I connect with my own depth, sincerity, and gratitude for life. May my heart, in its depth of love, capacity for awe, and appreciation of mystery, be empowered and protected by the light. May I fall in love with the true beauty of my sacred life path. From the universal heart to my heart, to the hearts of all beings, may spiritual love and blessings flourish. You have completed your healing process. So this is about, I think, being true to yourself. And with the Eight of Cups also underneath this, there might be some stuff that has been maybe painful, hard to deal with, a little bit challenging, right? A rearranging maybe in a way, but we have to sort of stay on course. We have to sort of settle ourselves. This idea of card number 21 being a 3 and then the 7 also being present says to me we have to consciously choose to sort of center ourselves and balance ourselves even in situations that maybe aren't as comfortable for us emotionally as we would like them to be, right? If we infuse them with sort of love and compassion, we're doing ourselves and the situation a service, right? Sometimes the best way to love things is to no longer engage with them in ways that like harm us or the situation or the other party. Does that make sense? So that might be some of the Eight of Cups influence underneath this of needing to walk away. Remember that the world is also somewhat influencing this too. So we should feel supported in whatever decisions we're making as long as they're aligned with our true desires, our true emotions, and we're trying to maintain a balance within ourselves by going inward and finding those answers within ourselves and then consciously choosing to like follow suit with those answers, right? Not necessarily allowing ourselves to get derailed because we need something or we want explanations or we want answers or we want to understand why something went the way it did. It's not necessarily about that. It's about finding understanding, love, kindness, and compassion for the situation, even if it wasn't like to our advantage or to our understanding. Now let's look at the hidden truth. I don't know how to feel. So, I think that there could be questions as to, us walking away from something at this point in time. Maybe feeling a bit confused as to what the next right step is in our choices, right? We need to find those within ourselves right now. If the question is that you're confused or don't know how to feel about something, or you're kind of confused about your feelings, I would think that now is the time to kind of take that inventory, go inward, find those answers, and try and infuse your feelings with as much love, compassion, and peace as you can, as you sort of stay true to what your spirit, which would be the Seven of Wands, and your emotions, which would be the Eight of Cups, are telling you. Does that make sense? From there, you will, like, these questions of being confused or not knowing how to feel will lift and will separate and will give you the freedom to move forward in a way that is based in love, is more balanced, and is true to you, rather than, sacrificing what you know to be true to try and save a situation. Or does that make sense? I hope that makes sense, guys, because it makes sense to me. So even if you're confused right now, find that inner wisdom within you. Find that spiritual drive, that desire, and those emotions and what they're indicating to you. Don't judge them, love them, and then move through them. That is your forecast for the day. Thank you so much for tuning in. Please like the video, share it out, leave me a question or comment, and subscribe to the channel if you're new. I look forward to seeing you guys tomorrow. Just hang in there. This is all for our own good. Keep that in mind. And have a wonderful day, you guys. All right, take care. Bye-bye.